when, I mean, you both come at it from different places, different, you know, times in life. I mean, you work in health services.
Mental health,
Yep, and you're a professor of Spanish and Italian and a couple other things that I'm not even. So here we are. You both go to Sacred Heart University, and you like Italian neorealism. I know all this stuff about you now. So, what brought you to film and becoming? And I know, Julie, you did some other precursors to that. You worked with the Connecticut film industry and became a script supervisor. So when did you each in your own way get to like, oh, film, this is what I got to do? And what, I mean, I'm thinking that whatever years of experience prior to this, the universe brought you to those classes at the same time so you could connect. I think there's some kind of, you know, divine intervention there, but just talk about how it all kind of.
Well, I know after the film industry training program, I did a couple of things, did a couple of projects. You know, one thing about it, I've always managed to kind of keep my feet wet as far as working in the industry is concerned. And then kind of lagged a little bit and wasn't doing much. And then all of a sudden I saw this film program opening up at Sacred Heart, you know, a year's program. I'm saying to myself, gee, a year's not bad. You know, I think I can do that. And I said, well, you know what, maybe that might get me a little bit closer to doing some more film work, that type of thing. So I tried, I got in, and next thing I know, I met this guy. So. And
how did you get to Sacred Heart? With already being a teacher and all these other things at the same time.
I mean, certainly a long story. I was living in Europe for about 4 years. I did 3 masters before this particular one. And my thesis for the Spanish degree was on actually prostitution. I mean, whether it was legal or not, it's actually in legal limbo in Spain. And I made a documentary on prostitution. Okay. And once I got a taste for getting behind the camera, that's all I could think about. I mean, one of my degrees is in Italian film, so I started out watching, you know, Ladri di Biciclette, a lot of Italian films that really deal with social issues. But it started all of a sudden to become tangible once I made my first documentary, saying, this can be done now that cameras are accessible.
Right.
And
my uncle, you can make a movie off your phone.
You can make it off your phone. I mean, the iPhone 7 shoots 4K, which is, you know, phenomenal. And my uncle actually planted the seed, and he says, I know that you have this genuine love for film, and whenever I talk about movies, you know, I get excited. He said, this is a great program. It meets twice a week. It's for working professionals. You can come back. I was in Spain at the time and teach and still make films. And in my head, I said, this is the perfect way to make a feature film. Even before I went, I kind of saw what Spike Lee did. And She's Gotta Have It, and a lot of the other greats, and said if we can get working bodies.
Got stuff happening in NYU when he was there, you know.
Right, and he's still doing it. Even his last, you know, couple movies, he uses all of these resources. But that was one of my things, you know, that making a feature would be a crash, you know, baptism by fire. And then when I met Julie, who's become one of my best friends over the years and top of a partner, we both were doers. There's so many people, I think, in LA and in New York that tell the world they're film producers, and then you say, well, what have you done? And they're puzzled. Yeah. They're puzzled. And Julie was really willing to get her feet wet and her hands dirty and make mistakes and learn from them. We both were there side by side, and we both had very similar interests in storytelling, which has led to kind of.
I mean, film school brought us together. Everyone in school, we collaborated while we were there. But the one thing about DJ and I mean, we knew that this is what we wanted to do, and even though we were in school, you know what I mean? Even though we were in school, it was like
you wanted to really do it.
Most of our classmates, a lot of them aren't doing much, you know, once they left school, but we still continue to do it because at the end of the day, this is really what we want to do. I mean, and the ability to have everyone we have our own little set crews when we were in school, and the whole 9 yards. You have the equipment, you have everything at your fingertips. But you know, now it's just us. But we're still. I don't think we can do anything else but this, you know what I mean? Even though we have our day jobs, like eventually it has to be this, all or nothing, so to speak.
Right, right, definitely.